yourself for surviving in the world so cool.
Okay.
They've been very helpful. I mean, spreading the message. So I sat him down. I said, son.
Oh, here's get interesting.
And I couldn't keep the truth from him anymore because he deserves the truth.
Hey, this is here gets more interesting. Check it out. That guy is crazy. He said that he was better off never been born.
I have to admit, I'd been better off never having been born. So after, I don't know, a few minutes, I realized that my son was in the other room, and I couldn't keep the truth from him anymore because he deserves the truth. So I sat him down. I said, son, you would have been better off never having been born.
Listen to that shit.
He didn't really understand what I was talking about, so I explained it to him that life is basically just an unworthy gamble, a risk. There's way more bad things that can happen, just unlimited amounts of suffering compared to the trivial, fakey, happy things that can happen. And so he didn't really grasp the gravity of the situation, but I had to explain all of the terrible things that are problems.
Well, I don't grasp it either, man. It's bullshit.
And he started to cry, and
Hell yeah, because his father is an idiot.
I called him a crybaby for not being able to handle the truth. You know?
Well, it's not truth.
You know, and at first I wanted to make him feel better, but I couldn't lie. Couldn't think of anything really happy to say to him because it seemed so fakey.
Well, right now is gonna be the most interesting part, how that guy fucked himself up.
So then he didn't want to be around me anymore, so I drove him back over to his mother's house, and then he told her what I said, and she freaked out, and she called the cops. Now I don't have custody of my son anymore.
Well, hell no. I can understand that.
At least until the hearing at the courthouse.
Why do you need a custody over your son if you say that he better off not been born, you know? That motherfucker just doesn't make sense, because look at that bitch. What he's saying is okay. He says to his son, well, you better off not to been born, I better off not to been born. And then his son leaves him, sure, because like, why do you need to deal with the father who like think that I better off not to been born? And then if you like anti-natalist, if you don't like kids, if you think that humanity shouldn't be here and we shouldn't have kids and kids better off not to be born, why do you need your son anyway, man? Why do you need that custody? Why do you need to have the son if you're anti-natalist? You know, you just be by yourself and do your own thing, man. You know, that guy just doesn't make sense. And here's what I wanna tell you about my opinion about antinatalism and about relationship, dating, women and sex and birth and kids. Bear with me for a quick minute. Yeah, just wondering why all these trolls who hate on Brad Keane, all these antinatalists, they're so attracted to me. The thing is that I even don't share their views, I like more Brad Keane's views. But my views on this problem still slightly different. For instance, Brad Keane, when he was my age, he already had kids, he already had family, because family is very important in his life. So in my life, family is important to me, but this is not priority number one for me. Priority number one for me is freedom, and priority number two for me is having fun. And priority number three is family. Yes, I would like to get family one day, but I'm in a hurry with it. I want to have kids when I'm gonna be like 35 years old or so. But I mean, you know, you cannot plan things like that, but the bottom line, not in a hurry. I'm almost 25 now, and I really not looking to have kids right now. I'm about to graduate from college. Here's the thing though, I don't think that first of all people are having sex because of procreation, because if that would be true, everybody would wait till 30 years old to lose their virginity. But see, we have condoms, we have everything, so if people wanna fuck, they just fuck at 16 years old. How many people have sex at 16? A lot. At 20, a lot. I was not one of them, I got a little later, but look at people, how many have kids at 16 years old, not that many. Even though they said it like, it's like 8 to 10% or whatever, but still. Among my acquaintances, for what I know, not too many people are getting kids at 16, but having sex at 16 or 18 or 20. So the bottom line is that people have a right to have fun before they have kids. Talking about antinatalism, I sorry, just get off the topic. I think it's just bullshit, because you know what? Life includes suffering. Life can be bad, life can be good, and you know, it's like waves, you know. It's waves of life, and it goes up and down, up and down, up and down. It swings back and forth, and just the way it is, and this is what makes life interesting. It makes it like a journey. So not everything is always good. It's like obstacles, you need to go over it and you need to go through it. Everybody have their cards that you need to play with. And if we would live according to the theory of antinatalism, the humanity would cease to exist. And that would be nothingness. That's the thing. That guy is saying that nothingness is the best thing ever. Well, don't be upset that you're gonna lose the custody of your kid, because if you say that your kid better off not to be born, well man, you don't need your kid, man. You're antinatalist, you know. Just live with yourself and do whatever you feel like doing. Why your kid needs dad like you fucking idiot? I mean, seriously. If you're not ready to have kids, if you don't wanna have kids, just don't make kids. And if you have kids and you regret about it, just let your kid live with your mom, because why should your kid live with you if you don't care about your kid? I mean, that's it. Lose your fucking custody and live by yourself. And let your kid live with his mom. That's simple. I obviously don't agree with the Christian philosophy, religious philosophy and sex before marriage, because it doesn't work. Because if most of the people don't follow it, if I follow it, basically I'm a loser. Because let's look at sex as a game, right? If I get PCOS, right, it means I'm like better off, because even I read in the book, right, that if you have sex, it means that you like alpha male, it means you're good, because you like have a good genes, it means you're strong, powerful, etc, okay? And if you're not, you know, you can't have sex because women don't like you, because women like strong males to get to their kids strong genes from these males, okay? So if you're not strong, you know, you wanna bust a nut and shit, you know, you need to do what you're gonna do. Not every male is alpha male. And see, women want to make men stronger, and that's why women pushing men. You need to study, you need to be better at this, you need to be better at that, you know. But here is where injustice comes from. Women don't wait for men, okay? If women are not satisfied with men, she just basically goes down and sucks 5 other cocks and shit like that, and man basically loses because he gets less out of the situation. So in order to improve the situation, if you're not alpha male, as I said before in my videos, you need to pay for what you need to get. You know, it's like services. You go to the store to buy iPad. The same thing. You go out there, get a hooker, pay for sex. And even though it's illegal, fuck it. I don't give a fuck, because you know what? You need to do what you're gonna do. If you cannot do better, it's just what you need to do. Like, think about that. If you like starving, if you cannot get a job and people being douchebags to you, would you steal? I would. If I wouldn't have no money, if I would know that, okay, if I'm not gonna steal, I'm gonna basically die because I have no food, I cannot feed myself, I would have to steal, because there is something I need to do in order to survive, and my survival is the most important thing. So, and everybody, you know, life is survival. It's all about like going up in the hierarchy of life and going up and, you know, getting bitches, getting money, getting things, making family. You know, it's constant. Life is a constant improvement, constant battle, constant movement. And in the end of this constant movement, this is a death. So the sense of life is just to get the most out of life as you can. Go through the hardships, get a family, get money, get all these luxurious things, you know. Pretty much materialistic stuff. And it's just the way it is, you know. Because we have our needs and stuff like that, like food, sex, you know, like our needs and whatever, shelter, and we cannot deny ourselves in having these desires. In procreation, this is one of the human's instincts, okay? And if your instinct is not fulfilled, you are basically failing as a human being, pretty much. So if you're weak, the probability that you're gonna unfulfill your instinct, unfulfill your needs is higher. So therefore, if you're weak, you need to do what you're gonna do. You need to work on yourself, you need to do something, you need to cheat the system in order to get something of value. This is what weak people do. And if you're strong, you know, you just get what you want and you don't give a fuck because it's all easy for you. You can get a piece of ass easily, just like that, because you have power. But not everybody has power, so. And that's the thing. That's the essence of life, actually. Going up in hierarchy of life and developing yourself, learning some new skills, fucking bitches, getting money, drinking alcohol. That's what life is all about. Antinatalism is bullshit. I would like to have kids one day, why not? Even though it's not my first priority in life, even though I'm not obsessed with having kids and thinking about it all the time, I still not sharing the philosophy of antinatalism. If I'm gonna have kids, why not? There is nothing wrong with it, it will be cool, you know, just kick it with my kids, have family. Cannot agree with philosophy of antinatalists. And why should I close the door? I mean, if I wouldn't find anybody who date with, anybody whom I like, I'm probably gonna end up being single, and if I wanna fuck, if I will learn how to basically pimp the bitches up, how to deal with women and how to do it, I'll just get woman. If not, I would do what I'm gonna do to get some piece of ass. I'm gonna do what niggas do, you know, like black people, like poor marginalized people, that's what they do, you know. Gonna be like, gonna get a kid kind of thing. But if I could like be better, if I will figure out the way to find the woman whom I love, find the woman whom I care about, and find the woman whom I want to spend my life with, I'll have kids with her. At the same time, I just don't like idea of marriage, because like, first of all, when I'm getting to the relationship, I don't want to think about like how long it will happen. I just want to enjoy the moment. And the problem with women is that they're all like, some of them are long-term oriented, and I don't like to deal with it, because I just don't like to think like that. I just don't like to think about the future, and I don't like to plan, because it's not my thing, it's just not who I am as a person, and I don't plan a relationship. I just get in if I feel like it, and if I don't, fuck. It's just one of my friends, who is a girl, is texting me about to go to Starbucks tomorrow, grab some coffee, you know, she's my good friend. Let me know what you think. All the best to you guys. Peace out. Later.